Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. I'm very glad to have you here today as I do part 2 of a recent haul video. And the haul is a result of thrift stores and I think maybe an auction, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Okay. So in this basket, I've sort of thrown the craft supplies, and I'll just basically, I guess, pull them out and show you what they are, and we'll see what's what. I have no idea if this is any good. It's Stencil Magic, so that's an old-time brand, distributed by Delta Technical Coatings. So this is called Magic, or Stencil Magic Paint Cream. Peel film off the paint with a paper towel. Apply paint to the brush directly from jar. Use a separate brush. So I would say, now this one is yellow ochre and this one is amber. And it seems as though you would pounce. Too bad I didn't think of getting a oh, maybe. You would pounce the color through a stencil. Can't find a stencil brush just on such short notice, but why don't we try an old toothbrush? Oh, I should have figured out that this is petrified. Nada. You know what? I probably have. See, instead of cutting my losses, throwing this out, and not wasting another second of my precious life, let's see if this can be rehydrated. Now, is this one dead as a doornail too? No, it says peel the... what have I got? How about a screwdriver? Oh, this one at least is not rock hard. However, that probably let's do the same here. We'll put this to the side, and if I don't forget, we'll have a look at it at the end of the video. Okay. Hope I didn't pay too much for that. This, you can tell, is a Dollarama tag. I will just rip this off here. It's holographic tape, so it would serve the same function as washi tape. And of course, that's pretty in your face. But then that is often part of the whole Christmas thing. I'll just put that off to the side because I'll probably have to throw everything back in. Or you know what I should do? Make a big pile here and then throw things in the basket as I'm done with them. Okay, Carol, I have a question for you. Are these 1970s colors or not? I know that, I think it's, you know, it's almost like I was Sleeping Beauty or something for that decade. I seem to know nothing about it. Tell me if these are the colors that make your heart sing. Anyway, those are probably about 6 or 7 in size, and a whole slug of them, obviously. These are price stickers in case I ever have a garage sale, I guess. Anyway, I suppose they could also be used as any other sticker, just as a, you know, an embellishment. Velcro, we've all seen Velcro before. I think I need to, somehow I need to fake or contrive some sort of a system here where I feel that I need to use this. Like maybe I should have a checklist. Do not let a journal leave here without incorporating Velcro, a dangle. What else do I need to begin using more of? You will be pleased to know that I have been making dangles like there's no tomorrow. And one of these days I'll do a show and tell kind of video, and maybe even do some on camera. Seam binding. This is that lacy, excuse me, that hem, you know, that stretchy stuff. Seam binding. A Batman, what do you call these things? Patch, I guess. Seam binding. That should probably go with some Christmas stuff in case I do some Christmas stuff. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, if I find more, I'll put them together. This, now I really don't need chipboard letters. However, these were nice and thin. Like I would not feel the need to peel back some layers, so that's not bad. So I'll add that to my where I keep my chipboard stuff. This is so banged up, I think I'll throw it straight away. And you thought that wasn't possible. Yarn bobbins. I didn't know what these things were, but I saw yarn bobbins. I'm thinking, well, that would be a good thing when you just have small bits that you want to control in some way. So I thought that was worth looking at. Now, there were a number of these type things. Oh, here's another seam binding. That's sort of a silvery gray or greeny gray. I don't know if I've got them all, but Special Occasion seems to be the brand. So these are photo favor tags, and it looks like maybe this was all intended for weddings. Again, if the cellophane is really dirty or creased, I just throw it straight away. This is pristine and could easily be used. Okay, so what do we have here? So it's got a glue dot holding it there. How do you get the little photo in there? Ah, so can't those be used and very cute? So there are 12 of those. Now, if this little paper thing was a little stronger, or a person could cut that right off, I guess. I was going to say if those little loops were a little stronger, they could be attached to dangles. And then this is tags. It's a thank you. So I guess if you were giving your guests something as a thank you for attending your wedding. So it's got a little punch out hole there. These are perforated. So, I mean, it's easy enough to cover that up with a focal point. And actually, if my thumb was the focal point, you'd still have all that swirly stuff there. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, I picked up a bunch of these little, this is Christmas. Now, I don't know if these are any good. It says Forever in Time Scrapbook Collection, Interchangeable Holiday Trend Clear Stamp. So, a little bit of holly, a little fat snowman, and a Santa. This looks almost like it's been squished beyond recognition. Oh, maybe not. So I will put this aside to test out. Now this one says coupon good for one free hug and redeemable at a moment's notice. And then this one is for babies. It says baby and welcome to the world, little one. And I don't know what that other thing is. Just flowers or something, I guess. I probably did not need any more ribbon roses. However, when you start collecting ribbon roses, are you just randomly going to stop collecting ribbon roses? And if you have seen me use them, you know that if you're very careful and very quick, you can, with your wire cutters, snip it very, very close, right about there, to reduce the bulk. But of course, if you're not quick and get that thing glued down, it will unravel. Now, by putting a clamp on it as it's drying, because you'd probably be using not art glitter glue, the other one, Fabri-Tac. You would, and I don't know why I'm keeping these little covered wires, but I guess I am. You would, you can also flatten the flower itself out to the point that it's not going to be too bulky. So that's something to consider. Okay, what is this? Jewelry Craft Cord Braided Elastic. Now, I'm not sure I needed I'm sure I probably didn't need this. Why? Whatever. A clear block. It's kind of nice to have a variety or a number of clear acrylic blocks. Now, if you've ever, in the beginning, before I knew any better, I just went to Michael's and I bought a set of blocks. Well, my goodness, you almost have to mortgage your farm. But to get these at thrift stores is really quite the deal, because then you can have a number of your stamps already pre-adhered, and then, you know, you just bang, 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 you're doing your stamping without any you know, kind of waiting. And I'm not going to use this, I don't think. It's glossy, it's shiny, it feels like it should be thicker, but it's not. Okay, these buttons are not the greatest. They're just plastic. But I thought, you know, sometimes when you want it fun and whimsical, like maybe in a baby journal, they're relatively flat, they're bright. I could see peppering these through like a kid's reader type journal. Okay, I thought I had a couple of button cards. Here are these. These are particularly nice. These aren't bad either. No indication of date. I don't think I've ever seen that type of button card, and of course, the color is great. Oh, here's another little stamp. Home is where your dog is. I woof you, and best friend. Again, you know, these kinds of stamps are so tiny. They're usually typically very affordable. But I guess the question that I need to ask myself is, number one, would I even remember that I have them? Now, one of these days, that I won't even attempt that till after harvest. One of these days, we will maybe have to take a look at how I'm storing my stamps. And trust me, it's not pretty and it's not particularly effective. So you want to be sure to tune in for that, because don't you want something ugly that doesn't work? These are chipboard frames, tags. So I will add, so of course then you get the solid piece. They look like they have been stored in such a way that maybe there was some fading, sun degradation happening. But they, I think, have some real value because, you know, if I take, say, 1 or 2 layers off, and you may have seen me do that before. Typically, I take my knife. I don't have a knife handy. Let me grab a knife. So this is a way, obviously, to, and of course, try not to cut any fingers off in the process. Because then whatever you saved at the thrift store, you'll be spending on trips to the emergency department. So by poking my knife, the point of my knife in to those layers, I've probably right there, and you want to be careful how you pull this off, because if you're not careful, you can crease the front. I've removed half the thickness right there. Now, if this was going on to a journal cover, as a journal topper, then that would be less important. So let me just scoop these up, throw them back in the bag, and I will deal with them, like I say, on my own time and not make you watch that. I have done a couple of organizational sorting type videos lately, and I don't know that they probably haven't even aired yet. I was going to say, I don't know how you guys are reacting to them. I thought something fell in my garbage. But if you like them, then trust me, there's a lot more sorting that needs to go on. This is a dirty little bag, but it says 100 white dot cello bags small. And that's from Regal Greetings. Oh my goodness, I don't think those guys have been around for a while. But I will add this to where I keep my little bags, because these are, you know, obviously they could be cut up and used as windows, or cut the end off and use them as a signature page, and you'd end up effectively with, you know, pockets. Okay. I hear the swather leaving the yard. Yeah, I've been doing this video right after the last one. You'll see it a week later than the other one. And yeah, it is already clouding up, and looks like it's going to be another one of those days. I guess that's probably not the best way. I'll just put these where they belong, not bother with any elastic. Okay, it's always a happy day when you find a die at a thrift store. Now this one, of course, they never have any makers' names on them, but I'm thinking that's pretty darn cute. So I'll add this to my die storage, which I think is pretty good. But let's just see what the person managed to get out of there. So it looks like they do the little stitching line. This wouldn't be that much fun gluing down, but it is kind of cool nonetheless. And then all these, this could almost be like a puzzle. And you know what? I don't even know what kind of paper that is. I think that I'm going to save this because it is like lavender. The plant, lavender. And the color, lavender, purple. I think these would be cool on a masterboard. Somebody should start keeping track. Can I ever do a single video without saying the word masterboard? Maybe not. Okay, what are these? Canada Souvenir Wonder Stickers. Now they're holographic. Okay, self-adhesive stickers with changing pictures. Clean background, thoroughly remove backing paper and place sticker on desired place. Well, if you're a kid, let me get my staple puller. You'd probably want to stick this on your dresser, or on your bed's headboard, or on your desk. And then your parents will try at some point to sell your furniture and wonder why no one wants to buy it. Gotta keep this. Okay. So these are, I guess, probably all BC attractions. But look at, okay, so let's look at this one. Stanley Park. So there's, a totem pole, a pine tree, a flag. And then if you move it, whoops. There's a dolphin. Or a shark, I don't even know. Here's a skier and a chairlift. An Indigenous chief and a Mountie, and the Canadian flag. Very nice. Okay. Let's keep going. Now, I don't know if I should have bought these. Color It cardstock ornaments. So they're obviously little penguins. Oh, I guess it's a variety. Elves, penguins, and snowmen. Use with paint, colored pencil, and markers. Hang them around the house for festive decoration. So they are pretty thick. That might be very cute. Yes. How could I have second-guessed myself? Yeah, those are cute. And if I feel like coloring them, I guess I'll color them. And if I don't, I won't. Maybe I should keep them in here just to keep them safe. And the little gold cords to put through the hole. This is part, okay. Obviously some stickers. What is this here? Why is there a creamsicle on top of there? These I will put with my blush journal stuff and use them before the sun sets today. This is also, oh, I guess I could throw this tape in here. This is round elastic. I don't know that I needed this, but when has that ever stopped me before? I don't need paper clips, I guarantee that, but it seemed like kind of a cool box. I've never heard of that brand either. And this was when paper clips still had a little bit of substance to them. I do have a kind of a little box collection going. Didn't really know what this was. Craft Shack. I kind of remember these, what look like homemade headers from back in the day. Now this says 5 for $3.50, so that seems like, was that pricey back in the day? I don't know. Boy, those staples are kind of... Oh, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Calgary. There must have been all those locations. Who knew? Art. Okay, this came from an art gallery in Portland, Oregon. Boy, this plastic all feels so gross. Okay, we've got a tomato there. Oh, they're all tomatoes. We've got 5 tomatoes. Here is another die. Look at that. The retail was $19.50 on that. Now, this is not, I don't even know, okay, iostamps.com. Oh, Impression Obsessed. I have no idea if this, oh, needs 3 pieces of paper under the die to get a clean cut. This seems very shallow to me, but we'll give it a whirl. Okay, this is an Aunt Martha's. Is it still sealed? Maybe people open them like this. Oh yeah, this has been cut into, I would say. Anyway, it has to be an oldie because it was only 29 cents. It annoys me. Oh, it says 1971. Well, somebody wrote 1971. It annoys me when these companies do not put dates on things. This particular one is obviously intended for pillowcases. So that was back in the day, baby, when you embroidered pillowcases. I grabbed this A because Carol had sent me an H in Happy Mail. I don't know if the pattern is the same or not, but, well, I guess I'll leave it in its bag. Use dry heat, preheat heat to wool setting. So it's an iron-on fabric initial. Oh, completely washable. So I could do an HA. This is just a little grab bag of Jingle Bells. And what are these other things? Oh. Somebody glued those little leaves onto there. I guess maybe that could work on a dangle. Anyway, we'll add that into there. See what's in here, and then we'll get to the remaining books that I didn't get to in the last video. I didn't really know what was going on in here. It says the Balger, the stitchable metallic blending filament. So I might have to, okay, what else is in here? Now, I do have some metallic spools of thread, real thread brands. Blending filament. In Indian seed beads, I don't know if we could say that now. So I will put that with my beading stuff. These are gold-plated beads, more needles, and more needles, cross-stitch needles for 18 to 22 count. And these are sharps. Okay, let's just, to satisfy, oh, I have one more thing to show you in Notions. Let's see what this is all about. So is it just a way to add, like obviously it's intended, I guess, for hand stitching, but the spools I have, like say Gutermann brand, are intended for a sewing machine. But honestly, I've been too afraid to try sewing, because it just seems to me that it's going to come apart. But I mean, that's obviously foolish, I guess. Okay, so it looks like this chart talks about blending filament, cord, cable, and braids. So blending filament, it comes 1 ply, basic colors, and high luster. Oh, the uses. So it could be used for needlepoint, cross-stitch, knitting, machine embroidery, applique, crochet, hand embroidery, French hand sewing, whatever that is, quilting, punch embroidery, tatting, and smocking. Each tab can be used by itself or in combination with other yarns. Huh. Well, maybe I have to keep that with my slow stitching stuff. Okay, thank you for using Bulger, the stitchable metallic. We welcome you to the wonderfully creative and illuminating world of our uniquely soft and easy to use threads. Be prepared to thoroughly enjoy yourself as you enhance your fine stitchery. Bulger metallics are very popular threads developed primarily to give added dimension to needlework, whether your medium is needlepoint, cross-stitch, knitting, crocheting, embroidery, or other creative needle arts. They add sparkle to special sweater radiance, to that special sweater, radiance to holiday gifts, and subtle shimmer to your stitchery. Hand washable, dry cleanable, available in more than 90 colors. And then if you're blocking, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then just other products that they have. Every fiber has a high degree of elasticity or tension. When using 2 different fiber types together or simultaneously, control is essential. In order to achieve this control and ensure uniformity in stitching, knotting the blending filament onto the needle is recommended. Knot the blending filament only on the needle as shown in the diagram. Then add silk, cotton, or other type of floss or yarn desired and stitch. I don't know what that means. Pass the loop through the eye of the needle. Leave a 2-inch tail for a single metallic thread stitching. Double the blending filament if greater sparkle is desired. Okay, well, I might have to try this because now that I have it, I think it could be very beautiful. Or maybe it could even be used to stitch on sequins or something. So that's cool. Okay, at the last of these kinds of things, I didn't know what these were. I found 4 that were intact. Like, to me, they look really old. So they're keychains that unscrew, and inside is a tiny little sewing thing. So there's a needle threader. Oh, and look, a place to put needles. And 3 colors of thread. Is that not the cat's meow? Whoops. Okay, so let's tuck that thread in there. So and I'm sure they're all the same. Cool. Wouldn't that be kind of cool to add to a sewing journal? This one seems kind of in disarray. And it doesn't have the needle threader, but it seems to me I have a million of them, so I could add one. And there's no indication, other than it says sewing kit, there's no indication of who made this or when or anything like that. So I grabbed those. Okay, should we have a look at this before we move on to books? I guess that maybe has, okay, but this was the one that, doesn't that look like something you'd find in a baby's diaper? Amber. I don't know about this. Anyway, I'll give it more time. This was the one that was like petrified. Whoopsie, let me reach for, it's probably going to break. Okay, this is like a delicate operation here. Now, it did say to remove the skin, so let's see if we remove the skin. This kind of smells like shoe polish or something. But then, you know, I've got that nose. Oh, you know what it smells like? Back in the day when we were kids, those paint by number. You know, they say that smells take you back. Hey, this might actually be salvageable. I mean, obviously I'd use a better brush than this, but okay. Mind you, it does stink. Let's give this another little shot-a-runo. I don't know that this one, okay, this one has a skin too, probably. Oh, I just sprayed myself. Okay, let's get this mess out of the way. And I will show you the books that I didn't get to last time. Let me move this basket out of here. And now I did, okay, you know how sometimes the books we pick up are pretty dirty and gross? I wanted to see what would happen. Now, I might have this book. Now, it says 15th edition, so clearly it was something that got reprinted several times. I thought it had more. See, that says 39. Oh, I didn't know there were recipes at the back. What a great bonus. I didn't know. Okay, that's cute. Oh, this is better than I thought, because when I kind of flipped through, I didn't see any of this. I thought there would be some, oh, there's more room to write recipes there. I thought there'd be illustrations through the thing, but really nothing but that scrolly thing there. And of course, the requisite kitchen stains. Oh, there's something. Very teeny weeny little illustrations. Anyway, because the cover is so dirty, let's see. Oh, something got ripped out of there. Oh, the copyright 1905. 1905. Wow. Anyway, let's try it. Oh, the back is... Now, when I have tried wet wipes on book covers before, you know, it obviously depends on what the cover is made of. And quite often it will lift some of the color along with the dirt. So I guess, you know, proceed with caution. But I think getting dried up foodstuffs is always a good idea. You know, even if you do alter the color. But now that I know how old this is, I can forgive some of the... That is in very good shape because, well, mind you, it is a hard cover. And you can see it does take some elbow grease. Now, if I... Do I want to? This probably isn't the best tool to try with, but let's just see what happens if I... Now I've kind of, because I've wet it to some degree with this wipe, it's now softened up some of these thicker, or is it taking off the paper too? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Yeah, it looks like maybe that went a little too. I don't know, can you see? See what we can do on the front. Probably not the smartest choice doing a white cover for a cookbook either, people. Blue Ribbon Company. But at least this has freshened it up somewhat. And then, of course, you want to make sure that, yeah, look at how that, you want to make sure that you know, let it dry thoroughly. Look at, I'm getting down to white. Mm. Okay, this is going to take more time and effort than I thought. But let that be a lesson to you. It is possible to get some of the grime off. Now, again, test in an, you know, this is the cover your butt part. Test in a, or cover my butt part. Test in an inconspicuous location. And be aware that if right under the dirt is a paper type thing, you're going to abrade the surface of the paper. Now, this must have been a little more resilient because it is a cookbook cover. And that's why I can apply all this pressure and not, there's no change to the finish of the, like it's not like it's peeling off in layers. I think that's a damn miracle. I don't know, is anyone as impressed as I am? Well, I still have a wee bit of moisture on this one. I wanted to try it on this one because this is just surface dirt. Again, you know, you use as little moisture and as a little pressure as necessary to get the results you want. Now, I don't know if that's, well, that shouldn't, oh, look at that. That shouldn't be part of the design, but again, this is just, oh, yeah, see, I've started to damage it there, so I better stop. At least now I don't feel like I could catch something from this. Anyway, let's carry on. So this is a cool little thing. I'll just prop it up here so it air dries. This one I noticed was a McDonald's thing. Like, I guess one of those Happy Meal gift things. Okay, animals do too. How they behave just like you. And I thought this was really cute when 2017, so it's not old, really. But look at those bees. I thought there were some cute little things in here. Really sweet. I didn't read it, of course, so I don't know what animals do, but okay, we'll do the finale with those. Maybe we should start with the biggest one here. Oh, no, I hope this comes off without this. I mean, we've seen a million of them. We probably own a million of them. I don't know that I have this one, college flowers. But if you can get them at a good price, you get this waxy type paper. You get these openings, like these photo openings. And of course, the trick here is to carefully pry these pages apart. Get them down to, oh, that's working like a hot damn. Get them to the point where they are single thickness. This one must be skinnier than, oops, I think I just creased the paper. You try to do it a little more delicately than I'm doing it. Anyway, so you can see that now I've got 2 sheets. And depending on, now this is rather a big album. Sometimes you get smaller ones, smaller opening. So you can obviously cut that around and let that be part of a journal topper. Once you get them separated, the paper, I mean, it's thick, but it's not, don't be afraid to try it, I guess is what I want to say. It's a manageable thing. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Or even if I separated these 2 things, forgot all about that, just cut this lengthwise. Beautiful image in its own right. So I think I might have done a video on breaking these things down, but if I haven't, or even if I have, it could be time to do it again. Do we have a date here? Doesn't really matter. The covers are typically pretty nice. So yeah, those are usually a good thing to keep your eye peeled for. Oh, I just about stuck something in that messy thing. Now I'm sure, now this needs a wiping. I'm sure that I have a dog book like this. You've probably seen me show these before. Now, it may not be the exact same edition because somehow those dogs don't look that familiar. However, these books, they're oversized, as you can see. These books are gorgeous because they have like watercolor type illustrations. And typically I find them in awesome condition. just look at that. If a person was doing, let's see, do I always look for bulldogs? Because of Gertie? Uh-oh. Oh, it's got a bit of a scent. Okay, bulldog. French, yeah, that's like Gertie, except she's a baked potato color. Anyway, Hillary and Gertie came out here the other day. She was helping my husband put a backup camera on a grain loader, because that's a ceremony and a half to try to back something that's about, I don't know, 50 or 60 or 70 feet long, into a tiny little target, which is the opening on top of a grain bin. Anyway, so Gertie was out there when I got home, in her stroller. Now, the reason they have a dog stroller is because Gertie needed back surgery this spring, I guess. Anyway, so she said, can you take Gertie into the house? I said, yes, I can. And of course, we hadn't set up the ramp for her because we don't keep the ramp up all the time, obviously, when she's not here that often. And so anyway, she says, you know how to pick her up, right? And I says, well, yeah. So one arm between her two front legs, the other arm between her two back legs, and pick her up like this, just keep her spine straight. She had back surgery, in case I didn't say that. Anyway, so I thought, well, why don't I just pretend that this is a baby in a stroller and do it the way you would do a stroller upstairs. So I turned it around and, you know, bump, bump, bump up the stairs, and that's how I got her up. But where was I going with this? I don't remember why I started this story. Oh, Lord. Maybe it'll come back to me. In the meantime, I cleaned this cover. I think that this, okay, it says the New Purity Cookbook, Complete Guide to Canadian Cooking. I think this one has been printed a million times. It seems to me when I had to, well, in grade 7, you had to take home ec or shop, like industrial arts. I'm sure it was a Purity cookbook, but of course those were soft covers, and you see them every so often in thrift stores, but they are always the front, you know, the covers are gone because they were just paper. And so this could very well be my first hardcover one. Now do we have a date? So it's got some of these basics and these simple line drawings. I think the orange headlines and the chapter headings are really cool. It has to be pretty old because you could buy the book for $1.25. Anyway, so that was the deal there. And the odd, you know, not bad color photography. Pages are cool. Yeah, I'm still trying to remember why I told you the story about Gertie and the... Anyway, my very first Little Mermaid storybook, Creative Child Press. what is that, 19, or is that 2003? That could be 2003. I don't know. I think I might have grabbed this just because once I needed a picture of a mermaid for one of the CCT 52 challenges. And I didn't have one. I had to do an IOU for that challenge. This one is a Golden Telltale book, Humpty Dumpty and Other Nursery Rhymes. So somebody got this in 1988 on their first birthday. Some pretty cute illustrations, and I guess the nice thing about small books is that the illustrations tend to be in proportion to the size of the book. So if you needed a hickory dickory dock clock, you've got one that's maybe 5 inches tall, as opposed to a giant oversized book where the clock could be 11 inches tall. So, Sandy, look, some sheep. So cool. Now, I don't know that I have this one, but we know that A Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevenson has been printed. Oh, guts, dude. I never opened it up. Oh, my goodness. That's got to be a first. Well, didn't you enjoy that flip through? Lordy, lordy. I'm speechless. Okay, somebody's written 1975. The Modern Mastery Drills in Arithmetic, Alberta Distance Learning Center Teacher Resource Library. Copyright 1975. So this looks like it was... Now, are these the answer pages? Anyway, it's got all these math things. And boy, I could have used this the other day. I needed a math... No, or was that science? You know, it's great to have all these resources, but honestly, if you can't find them when you need them, it's like you don't even have them. Yeah, I needed a science thing for that, for a prompt. And so, considering how old this is in absolutely great condition. And again, just staple bound. 50 Trees of Canada, east of the Rockies. The Book Society of Canada. Somebody splattered on this guy's face. Again, this is, you know how quickly these things dry out. So, now this is a very simple, so this is pretty old because it says the scientific names in this booklet are according to Gray's Manual of Botany, 8th edition, 1950. Oh, 1952. So, again, this would be great for using in the tree journals or a tree journal. The cover is beautiful. Well, not him so much. Okay, now I didn't even know that this existed. Homemakers. Okay, Homemakers magazine. So these are, here's my ruler. These are 9 by 5 1/4. Homemakers Magazine Recipe Collection of the Year. Entertaining Volume 3, Desserts Volume 2. Now, I encountered a bunch of these the other day, and then I see these, and I'm thinking, does this mean I'm supposed to have them? Like, what does that mean? Can we find a year? Let's look at those earrings, those shoulder pads, that hair. And do we want to say 1980s, perhaps? Now, why is it connected to Avon? Oh, 1992. Published 8 times a year. So, kind of cool. Lots of photos. So, there's those. And then there's this. Homemaker's Recipe Collection of the Year. Oh, same thing, different format. These pages are wider. Do we have a date in this one? That looks kind of yummy, I'd have to say. Maybe because I didn't have lunch. There's that same woman. Okay, 1993 on this one. So looks like they must have changed the format. Oh. Okay. Are these the same? Well, no. Here's a pansy. There's like a viola or something. 93. Anyway, you can expect to see some of these either listed or available through a sale. Okay, 3 more and then the finale. I don't know what that says. Reliefs Rocker. Alice Dalglish. However you say that, I don't know. This, I was going to say it's like duct tape, but maybe it's probably book tape. Probably a librarian did that. So, I mean, this, if it came a little bit cleaner, again, this thing is almost dry. If it came cleaner, this could be kind of an interesting cover. And of course, whoever stuck that big M there, this book, you know, you could actually cover that up, make her the focal point, like almost put like a picture mat around her. And whatever spine thing was happening would have to come all the way over to there to cover them. Anyway, let's see what the inside is like. Oh, 1945. Nice paper. Sandy. 1930. Okay, it was originally copyrighted in 1932. Very simplistic. Oh, she's shelling peas. Lacklubish School Division. Just cow butts showing out of the barn. These are very cute illustrations. And the paper is just so silky, satiny. Love it. And it doesn't stink. Bonus. Okay. Now this one also looks like it needs some wiping, but of course it's just paper. Easy to read, easy to cook. Unless, of course, this becomes my main cookbook. So it is 9 by 7.5. Scholastic books. Brown font. This is kind of gross here. Okay, 1969. There is batter all over this page. Have a party. Stuffed celery. Which reminds me, I probably have some celery that needs eating. Some of these pages are obviously better than others in terms of, like, this looks like, you know, there was water damage there or whatever. Still not a really attractive illustration style, in my humble opinion. But if you used enough of them in a project, then obviously, oh, cinnamon toast. Okay, so let's see. Could I do this? You need bread, butter, sugar, and cinnamon, a toaster, a table knife, and a teaspoon. Make a piece of toast. Put some butter on the toast. Sprinkle some sugar on the toast. Use about half a teaspoon. Then shake a little cinnamon on the toast. Not too much. Cut the cinnamon toast in two. Eat it. Yum. Yeah, that's how the whole wrecking our palates by introducing sugar started. What year did I say? 69, if not sooner. Some cooking words you'll find in this book: chop, crush, pour, sprinkle, stir, and a pinch. And then cooking tools. That's kind of has its charm. Not entirely sure why I grabbed this. Typically I would pull this coil thing out. Usually they're cracked. Pull the coil thing out and discard. But I thought, and this is also from Regal, I thought that it was worth taking just because of these built-in pockets. I don't think there's a speck of illustration, and of course it's doubled. So how long have we been at this? Do I have time to take this apart? Oh dear. We're over an hour. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so, two covers. Wee bit of damage there, but that could be easily glued down. So now we've got this as a potential, well, a big piece of paper for one thing. How wide is this? 6.5, kind of to the row of holes. But a person could easily, if we wanted to make this 5, cut it off, cut that occasion off there. Now on that side we'd be cutting the date off, but that's okay. And you've got some nice deep pockets. Now so that's 9 inches, so that may be a wee bit tall. However, cut 1/2 inch off the top. You're not going to lose anything there. And you've got all these ready to go signatures. Okay, now the last little bit here. I didn't really look at these, but they were cute, so I took all the ones I found. I guess I can throw that wipe away. Okay, so it's a series. Well, I don't know if it is a series. Okay, maybe first clarinet, second clarinet, first clarinet. These, is this all clarinet? This all seems to be clarinet. I don't even know what a clarinet is. But look at how cool this is. It is 5 inches tall and 6 7/8. Cute, 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 cute cover. And then look at this music. Is that not the best music you've ever seen? Teeny tiny. Well, I won't take the staple out, but imagine folding this. Are those not the cutest little music pages you have ever seen in your whole life? So there's that one. Promotion band folio. Okay, did we see a copyright? None of those show any kind of a date whatsoever. But cheap as borscht, so we know it was long ago. 30 cents. Okay, this one says 1931. I mean, that's when the song was... all these songs are 1931, so I wonder, could it be that this... well, I don't know. Little German Band Book. 60 cents each book. Same scenario. Okay, 1934. And again, just page after... whoopsie. There goes that flashlight again. I keep forgetting to put freshly charged batteries on. I couldn't believe how darn cute these were. Progress Band Book. Do we have another one of those? Promotion Band Folio. And little ads at the end. These, rather than having dates, just say Waterloo Music Company, Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. Canada. Now, how, I don't know anything about anything, but how, like, number one, you'd have to have pretty good vision to even see this tiny music, but look at the intricacy of those notes. Like, maybe people who play clarinets are geniuses. I don't know. And then this one is all-time old-timers. 1961 on that song. Black Hawk Waltz. No idea what any of this. Saturday Night. Rain Polka. Oh, that's the problem. Somebody's been dancing the Rain Polka. And the final one. Oh, same thing, just second clarinet. So does that mean the music is identical except the notes would be different? Probably. Now, I think those are the Cat's Meow, and I love this cover the best. Anyway, guys, we've been here a long, long time. We've reactivated some petrified product. We've done some miraculous cleaning. And God knows I've chatted long and hard. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have enjoyed this. And yeah, tell me what your favorite items were. And if you've ever used this, and if you've got any bright ideas. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.